Nwoko has defended his actions, marrying more than one wife to, in this particular video, it was said to be 4 wives. And he says that if you are a man marrying just one wife, it feels like standing on one leg. It's not me that said it, though. Let's listen to him.
So many impossible things. Of course, yes. So this, personally, you've done many impossible things. Tell me what it is. You married 4 wives. That's almost impossible. All of this, how do you manage it? Because it's incredibly difficult to even be with a partner. Not talk of 1, 2, 3, and
it's not easy to be with one.
You don't have any regret. The example I gave is this, Just imagine telling you to stand on one leg. You know how difficult it is. But to stand on 2, 3, 4 is much more balanced. That's just the example I gave. Yeah. You understand it? So I feel sorry for those who have one wives.
Wow.
It's difficult to stand on one leg. And you don't have any regrets? No. You have your way, you still I will do the same thing again.
Wow.
Again, of course, yes. And you have the knack of marrying beautiful women, young ones too. This is the way it is. And that's the way it should be.
It is what it is.
You should marry who you want to marry. You're not the one that beats them. No, come on. I am not a violent person. I respect my wives. I love them. And I love my kids. No, not at all. Not at all. All right. So the impossibility brought us to that. The impossibility brought. There are those who say.
You know, a lot of people have spoken largely about marrying more than one. In the North, it's a totally different ballgame. The religion allows you to marry more than one. It's a continuous thing. In fact, they allow you to marry 4 wives at least. But in the South, Southern Nigeria is totally different. They feel stemming from religion, the Christian religion, because it's largely Christian South. They believe that one woman is attached to one man. And studies have also shown that an average man in the South really doesn't stick to one woman, giving the pressure that comes with. A lot of people will say, well, prostate you have to consistently, continuously remove or release, so to speak. But again, if you look at it from that perspective, somebody will say, oh, well, it's an excusable giving. But again, you just have to go on and marry them. You know, there's no rule, nowhere, and even in the Bible, that stops you from marrying more than one. As long as you are marrying them and putting them in the house, and then they're taken care of, so to speak. So I have some messages, some interesting comments as relates to his thoughts about polygamy. Umenta Braid says, well, if it's a poor man, he can't marry. If it's a poor man, he can't marry and control 4 wives. You need wealth, which makes you look like a magnet to keep them strongly attracted to you. I guess to checkmate cheating, a risk associated with multiple wives. That's why he took them for oath taking. Crypto Buffet says, this guy makes polygamy so attractive. Okay. Dewale says, this man really said monogamy is one leg. Baba out here building marriage like a tripod plus one. The money they talk here, no be small thing. Let's see. Laddie Spater says, what I will always stand on is that if Ned is a wife beater or abuser, he would be before Regina issues. Why 4 when you can stand on 7? Marry Mona. Okay. Yan Engineer says only rich people can afford 4 legs, though. Minister of Women Empowerment. This one says, if she's tired, polygamy solves it. If she's not in the mood, polygamy solves it. If she doesn't want to submit, polygamy. If she's unavailable, polygamy solves it. If she's on her period, polygamy solves it. If she's acting funny and trying to deny you sex, polygamy solves it. This one just went straight to the point. Polygamy solves it. Let's see. There are some replies to all of those. Let's see if we can grab them. But if we can't, then we'll just go on to the next message. Chelsea Baby says, but you are not the one that beats them. Sean is crazy. The crafter says at least he is open about marrying young, beautiful women, and I respect him for that. He is better than those who accuse him of being a polygamist. Meanwhile, they are married to one wife with 15 side chicks. Assessio says if he's broke, polygamy multiplies the pressure. If he's stressed, polygamy deepens the weight. If he's insecure, polygamy exposes it. If he cannot lead one home in peace, he can't lead three in chaos. Ooh, okay. If he is seeking control, not growth, polygamy complicates it. Omotayo says, interesting take. How then do you satisfy them equally? One will always suffer. Of course, one will always suffer. Polygamy is the best if you have money to finance it and emotional intelligence to control it. Heart of a man, people only judge based on surface level. If only they knew what's going on beyond the surface. When a man is polygamous, they will hate polygamy all their life. This one says, this man, they ginger me. What do you mean that's the way it is? Man is just using and milking them, most especially that one that's crying all over. That's the rule. Marry one if you love your wife. Marry more than one if you love yourself. And okay, Omo, na Regina Daniel Luzo, Baba no even send them. If I be Regina, I for go back to Ramo. Polygamy indeed. That's why he's not bothered about Regina. If I marry first one and I know see money to marry another one after 3 years, I go divorce the first one. I go cuckoo become single man. Uh, single than live man life as a man with one wife. Who they follow billionaire rich man? They argue. Anyways, he has defended it. He said what he's got to say. But again, the thing with polygamy is a little bit dangerous if you are not able to navigate it properly. And I don't even advocate for you to marry one or marry multiple wives and then keep them in one house. One day they go plan take you out though. So polygamy comes with riches. You have to be able to, provide for their needs so as to live long. Else, if you're not able to, you are going to die of blood pressure. Except you're going to marry them and then dump them, and then they probably just run away and abandon them, not be financially responsible for their well-being. Else, it is crazy. It is crazy. Again, if you don't have money, don't bother. Money is involved. Marrying one these days, if you have a kid and that is as a result of that, you know what the expenses say. It's not the same thing with somebody who is a multi-billionaire, even in dollars, who can afford anything and everything. Yeah, you can marry one in Morocco, marry one in the UK, marry one in South Africa, just dump them everywhere and then visit where necessary. You know, so that's the reason why I think he's also doing that. So if you're not a rich guy, don't even bother. Even if you are a rich guy, if your mind no career, because again, it's all about mindsets. Your mind have to be set for it. Even if they are in different locations and different places and different times. I'm just imagining there's a particular place where you would always be to work. You will be an absentee father most of it. I'm talking about the downside of this polygamy thing. You will mostly be an absentee father because you will not always be around for one. In 1 week, you probably be spending time with this other person, and in another week, you're spending time with this person. So, in the first week, when you are with this person, it feels cool, it feels cozy. But when you are not around, it takes another 1 or 2 or 4 months to see you again as a father. So there's this absenteeism that comes with polygamy, especially for the man. But beyond that, of course, they say, well, as long as you can provide for them, you can provide everything for them, then you necessarily don't need your presence. You can always call them on the phone, speak to them, but then, of course, it's not the same as being present in their lives. Tell me what you think, though. I'd love to hear from you as always.